Ryan.
I'm Taylor.
And welcome to Strange Narratives.
We're finally back.
We are back. We are sorry about the hiatus. Started out with a little bit of technical difficulties and then, kind of weather and scheduling conflicts.
Yep.
And I was burnt the fuck out.
Same. We both were just like working so much and just everything that's been snowballing.
This is definitely our passion and this is what we want to do. We do both work full-time jobs that beat our asses on a regular basis.
Yep.
So sometimes I'm just gonna get a little burnt out, and that's what we needed. We needed a nice little, a nice little month. God, I am gay. A nice little month off. And we're back, and we're fucking ready to do this, dude.
We're freaking hyped to be back in the pod lab.
Yes.
Thank you for your patience. I've been. How have you been?
Accurate.
I'm fucking existing.
Dude, if we can even call it that. Dude.
Right. We're,
existing
surviving.
Has, positive connotations to it. Yeah, surviving is more like
fucking struggle bussing.
Out every day out there is like a war zone.
Yes.
Actually, speaking of that, did you see the trailer for that new movie coming out called Civil War?
I did it.
Or maybe not Civil War, or maybe it is Civil War, but it's actually like a lot of people are worried about it coming out because they think it's too relevant, which I think is even more of a reason for it to come out if it is relevant.
It's like what is it? The Sound of Freedom or some shit.
Yeah.
Everybody was in an uproar about that one.
Or there's another one I just watched a video about last night called Threads. It was a BBC show made about nuclear apocalypse and fallout, and it was like it's labeled by many as the scariest film ever recorded, and it's not even a horror film. So
Here we
I can't
go.
even imagine.
Shit show.
But
also, watched the new Napoleon. Very fucking boring.
Oh yeah, well duh.
I mean,
dude,
I love Joaquin Phoenix, so that's why I wanted to watch it.
Absolutely, but his Napoleon Dynamite.
Dynamite. Tina, you fat lord.
Oh my god, I just want to see a version of an actual Napoleon documentary, but every time they cut to him, it's fucking Napoleon Dynamite's fucking head. Just going, gosh.
With his moon boots.
And fight me. Oh, dude, we're already off on a fucking tangent.
Here we go. You missed us.
Yep, I don't even remember. I was talking about a different movie before we started talking about two
You were talking
other
about
movies.
Threads, and then
No, I was talking about a movie before that.
Napoleon, and then you were talking about I don't know.
I was talking about a movie before Threads, and somehow I got distracted and then started talking about Threads. What was I talking about?
Something.
Civil
War.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a hardcore realistic movie about a civil war going on in America nowadays, and it's about like these journalists trying to travel from one side to the other, and it's fucking scary because
sounds like it could happen.
Where they're being held on the side of the street at gunpoint by soldiers, and they're like, "What are you doing? We're fucking Americans," and the soldiers go, "Yeah, but what kind of Americans?" And I'm just like, oh, that's scary.
Yeah, how do you answer that?
Because that's real close to fucking happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
it's
president
scary.
do you support? Boom, you say the wrong president, you get executed on the side of the street. Like, it's fucking scary, dude.
Right.
So hopefully that is just a movie that never comes to fruition, but
if it does, take notes, guys. I don't know.
It's fucking crazy.
Do we have any business? I feel like we already talked about it. Thank you to our new subscribers.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
That continue to subscribe even during our little break. We really appreciate it. We're also thank you for staying around. Like we know.
Sorry, we kept you waiting.
It's been a while since I talked this much.
Right?
And we're just getting started. Great.
Just getting started. Here we fucking go.
Shit.
Back in the Thunderdome.
But yeah, thank you so much for everybody sticking around. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. We will be back to our normal every Wednesday schedule, and we're fucking sticking with it.
Yep. We needed a little bit of a break.
A nice little break at the start of the year. There's nothing wrong with that.
We wanted to give you guys like good content.
Yeah,
so I think us taking a little bit of a mental health break,
because I'm not gonna
was everything we needed.
Think it felt like super forced, but there like near the end, like right before our break,
we were just kind of like fuck.
slogging through it almost.
It felt rushed.
Yeah.
Almost, you know?
Like every episode we tried to record, we were feeling rushed, and then something would happen during the editing process. And we were already, kind of far behind and feeling rushed. And then we'd start. It was just, we needed a nice little break. So just once again, last time, thank you so much.
We love you.
We love you. All of you.
We're happy to have you back.
Yes, we're happy to be back.
Yes.
I have missed this so much. It's not even funny. I literally felt like I was missing like my left arm.
Right. I know. It just there's something about us getting together every week to shoot the shit about crazy fucking topics that we can now randomly throw in conversations with people.
I do it all the time at work.
Did you know?
Did you know? I drop them all the time. Did you know that females? Did I say this? Because it's going to be in my next episode. Well, yeah, it'll be a...
I'll forget about it.
It'll be a teaser for everybody. Did you know that female sloths, their mating call is just them screaming?
Same.
Yeah. Well, I mean, mine's the opposite. Whenever
how do you think I have 2 kids?
Me, I just scream in their face until they leave. Have you seen that video? It's some fucking religious dude who's on the corner of a street trying to convert people to Christianity, and this hardcore lesbian chick walks up and she goes, "This is a neighborhood. You're not welcome here." And he starts to go, "You need Jesus," and she just goes, starts screaming in his fucking face. And
same bitch.
All the conservatives in the comments are like, "Oh, you're fucking typical liberal crazy," and I'm like, "Well." From her point of view,
how do you know she's liberal?
Typical crazy conservative dude that has to go into a neighborhood he knows is primarily LGBT and try to convert them all to God or burn in hell.
Girl, right.
Get the fuck out of my neighborhood.
I saw this TikTok today that was what book series has the craziest fans or cult behind it? This guy was the Bible. He was nobody's ever knocked on my door and been let's talk about Harry Potter.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you have time for our Lord and Savior?
He who shall not be named.
Did you know? Did you know? I think, okay, so Voldemort, it's French, but it's the face of death is what Voldemort means.
Morte in French is death.
Death, yeah.
My friend's name used to be Delamorte, and I can't remember what the Della means, but it meant something of death.
Right.
Deliverer of death, maybe? I can't remember. Yeah.
Something cool.
Something cool.
Sounds dope. I like that.
If you're ever watching our podcast, I miss you. Sorry, I don't ever talk to you anymore.
Love you, though.
Anyway. I haven't talked to him probably 3 years before I started my...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I've really been wanting to reach out to them lately and just...
See how they're doing.
I lived with them for a while. When I was homeless, I went down to Utah and lived with them for a little while.
That was
kind of what
kickstarted everything.
Well, put a damper on our friendship because I left on pretty bad terms. I was in a really dark place, and I'm not happy about how I did it. I want to reach out to them and just apologize and even offer to send them money for letting me stay with them for as long as they did.
I think you're mentally in a point where that would be a really good, I think, closure conversation, if nothing else, for you. So you can
even if our friendship doesn't rekindle from it, I can at least
be like, "Yo, dude, I'm so sorry."
Yeah, I am. I hate how I ended all of that. I don't want to get into it, honestly, but I was in a really bad place.
Yeah,
and
I would do it.
Yeah,
I think that'd be very therapeutic for you, honestly.
I'm going to. I need to.
On that note, what are you talking about today?
Well, we were recently talking about how they thought they found Amelia Earhart's plane. Mm-hmm. So I was going to do just kind of a deep dive on that.
Right.
Not much of a deep dive. I'll still talk about her, but it brought a more interesting idea to mind of 5 of the most interesting missing people of all time.
Ooh, okay.
So...
Let's send it.
Yeah, and I want to see if you know some of them, because some of these people I've never even heard of.
Okay.
And then, of course, I want to get into theories and whatnot. So we'll see what happens. But kind of the cat's already out of the cradle. We'll start off with Amelia Earhart.
Okay.
By the age of 40, Amelia Earhart had become one of the most famous women in the world. being the first woman to fly across. Wow, what the fuck? I'm already fucking up. This is how you can tell I'm out of practice. I'm trying
Guys,
to read
it's been a while, okay? It's been like a month
trying
since
to
we've been
read
in the
my
lab.
handwriting, and I'm like, I don't know how to read.
Right. That was me trying to like type my notes today. I was like,
dude.
what the fuck am I saying? There's so many typos, and I'm like,
fuck
I'll
it.
figure it out.
Yeah, that's what spell check's for.
Right.
But yeah, she was already the most famous woman in the world.
Okay.
Being the first woman to fly across the Atlantic, the first woman to fly nonstop across the United States,
Bad bitch.
and the first woman to receive the Distinguished Flying Cross Award, which I probably should have done some actually deep dive into that.
We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, I always like, I'll do deep dives when I'm writing it, and then afterwards I look back and I'm like, I should also do a deep dive on that, and then a deep dive on that,
and then you get lost in the fucking rabbit
and then
hole.
I'm in the sauce, and it's like, fuck.
She's the whole spice.
But honestly, quite an impressive list for, you know, a girl from Kansas.
Yeah.
So especially
in that time. Yeah.
Women.
Because what was that? The 30s, 40s?
1937.
Okay, that's what I thought.
There were probably a lot of men telling her to get the fuck out of the plane and stay on the ground.
If we thought the world was misogynistic now, it was 10 times worse back then.
Because that was when it was like, go watch Mad Men and you can see how misogynistic the fucking world was. And that's probably even toned down for TV. Because, like, God, I can't even imagine.
Ask your grandma what it was like back then.
I feel so bad, dude. I can't even imagine. I guess her only final goal was and an achievement that had evaded her grasp up until this point, well, I guess continued to, was to become the first woman to fly around the world.
I don't hear screaming. We're okay. Nobody's crying. We're fine.
On June 1st, 1937, Earhart and her co-pilot Fred Noonan
Everybody always forgets about the fucking co-pilot.
That too. Like literally, I don't even remember even being told his name when I learned about her in school.
I don't think they even fucking told us she had a co-pilot with her. It wasn't until I was an adult that I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Imagine being the family of Fred Noonan and nobody even fucking knows he existed.
They're like, okay, cool.
Oh, Amelia Earhart this, Amelia Earhart that. Yeah, what about fucking Fred, dude? He was there.
The fuck happened with Fred?
Fucking Fred. Rest in peace, Fred. I mean, dude, but
much love, buddy.
I get it, dude. Amelia Earhart, for once again at the time, was setting standards and breaking boundaries. Like, what happened?
What are you doing?
Fell? You just did you give up on life too? Thank
you.
Fucker.
I've been slowly watching it slide down.
But yes, on June 1st, 1937, Earhart and her co-pilot Fred Noonan would set off from Miami and head toward Howland Island, some 2,550 miles away.
And isn't it sad that she like crash landed on an island like 100 miles from the other one?
She crash landed.
Well, that's what that one TikTok I sent you. They're like, yeah, they think that she like crash landed like 100 miles on a small uninhabited island 100 miles from the island she was supposed to stop in to refuel, and she was like passing transmissions and shit when the tide would get low, because that was the only time she could like start the plane back up for the fucking radio to work again.
I never heard any of that shit, dude.
I'm gonna have to find the TikTok because I was like, what the fuck?
Well, I'm also gonna tell you that you need to do deep dive whenever you see shit like that on TikTok, because a lot of it is AI generated bullshit.
Oh no, I know that. That's why I was like, that's the rumor essentially.
Well, because
other ships and stuff were able to pick up the transmission.
Even the one that we saw where they thought they found her plane, it's probably not, but we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah, show me the DNA and then we'll figure it out. Like they said they found bones.
Really?
They found bones.
Oh, I didn't see any of that.
Oh, shit.
Are you out of topes? Oh, shit.
Potato.
She's throwing potatoes.
She's throwing potatoes.
Oh, gosh. That is so good, dude. I need to watch that movie now.
Right?
Yeah. However, Earhart, Noonan, and their flying laboratory would never...
Laboratory.
That's what they named their plane. they would never make it to their final destination.
Right.
Apparently the plane's navigation equipment had been malfunctioning before they even departed.
Gotta love that.
You've gotta love it. Almost immediately, Earhart's husband, publisher George Palmer Putnam, sent an urgent telegram to the president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and requested the help of the United States Navy to go look for her.
Yeah.
At the cost of $250,000 a day, they searched for her for I want to say it was a few months, because I don't think they didn't. It took them 2 years to rule her, as dead.
Yeah.
But I don't think they searched that entire 2 years. I think they searched for a couple weeks, maybe like a month tops, and then they stopped.
Right.
Just recently, a deep sleep.
I like deep sleep.
Deep sleep.
Deep sleep.
Deep sleep. Deep Sea Exploration Company, known as Deep Sea Vision, says they might have found her plane resting on the bottom of the Pacific Ocean.
Shit.
However, it has yet to be confirmed because it's pretty fucking deep down.
She left Miami, though. Why would it be in the Pacific?
Isn't that in between? Because they went from Miami.
That's the Atlantic. Oh, wait.
No, the Atlantic.
She was going over the United States, right?
No.
Because the Pacific is Cali.
I thought
The Atlantic is East Coast.
But then maybe she did fly across America.
She had to have, and then tried to wrap back around.
But it said that they left from Miami and headed toward Howland Island.
Hey, Siri. Where is Howland Island?
I think the Pacific.
New York.
Oh, so they went from
So they
Miami up.
Right, but that's still the Atlantic. Let me double check this so I don't sound like a fucking idiot. Hold on.
Because I definitely double checked this, and it said the Pacific Ocean in the article I was reading, but the article could have been wrong.
This. Then.
Dude, Franklin looks dope. He's all pink and shit.
Yeah, that's the Atlantic. I was right. So how the fuck did she end up in the Pacific? She left Miami. She had to have crossed the United States then.
I feel like then maybe the article I read got it wrong. Or maybe that's why it's not her fucking plane, because we found her plane in the Pacific, bitch. She didn't fly over the Atlantic.
I don't know. Crazy.
Many scientists are skeptical about their claim on that being her plane. So
right.
I'm gonna hold my breath, or not hold my breath, and wait and see. But that's still it's so crazy that in today's age, with the technology we have, we still can't.
We
find
don't
her.
fucking know. Yeah. And obviously, it's been so long. She's obviously dead.
Obviously, there would be no reason. Well, yeah, she'd be old.
Yeah. She would be like my grandma's age.
Oh, yeah.
Older than that, actually, because my grandma was born in the 30s.
Yeah.
She was already a grown-ass woman. So, yeah, she'd be dead.
Oh, well, yeah. My ex's grandma was born in the 30s and died at 96 or something.
Really?
Or maybe she was born in... No, she was born in the 20s.
I was like, my grandma's in her 80s.
Yeah.
She's still kicking.
So my ex's was born in the 20s.
Like, she gets around better than my other grandma.
She was around during the Great Depression and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She could tell me stories when I was making her breakfast that sounded like she literally just lived through it the day before. Like,
it's so crazy, the long-term memory.
Never faded from people that survived
trauma.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely. But what's funny is she would never probably admit that.
No.
Be like, Grandma, you've suffered from mental trauma. I don't got mental problems. I'm the fucking...
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's your fucking youngin' mindset bullshit.
As we see the fucking weird old 50-year-old dudes with giant train collections in their basement, and like, you might be autistic, right? No. Okay.
Right. You're sitting here for fucking 60 hours a week building a ship in a bottle, but that's not autism, bitch.
Me and my friend at work made that comment. We were talking about, like, because somebody called me fucking autistic the other day because I, like, hyper focused on something. And I was like, yeah, there's people that literally spend hours building tiny ships in bottles. And you want to call me fucking autistic? Okay.
Yeah. Girl, my fucking therapist, she did all the testing and she was like, yeah, you're definitely on the spectrum. You're like high functioning. And I was like, that explains so fucking much, dude.
It makes so much sense because I was born with my umbilical cord wrapped around my neck. So it contributed to me having a severe nervous system issue, ADHD, and autism.
They have ADHD and I also have autism.
Every time they ever tried to test me for those, my parents said, no. Our kid doesn't have that. We don't need those tests.
They fucking... Okay, wild, right? They diagnosed my brother and I at like 3 or 4 years old with ADHD. And I was like, isn't that just toddlers?
Yeah, isn't that just toddlers?
We
being
were
hyperactive?
we fucking guinea pigged all of the ADHD meds on the market today. Ritalin, Vyvanse, Adderall, everything, Strattera.
And see, that
anything you could think of, we guinea pigged that shit. So you're welcome.
That was my parents' main argument for them not wanting me to get on the test, because they would always say they're just gonna put you on.
My mom was all for it. She was like, drug them up.
Honestly, who knows, dude? It probably would have fucking calmed me down. I probably wouldn't have to smoke 900 grams of weed every day to fucking
hated it.
Out.
I hated it.
Oh, most people I've talked to that have ever taken any
I could self-regulate now. Yeah. But, you know, growing up, obviously I couldn't.
Oh, no, dude.
But I can tell when I'm, like, spazzing the fuck out, and I'm like, bitch,
I
calm down.
Worry myself. I'll be in my apartment just doing some weird shit, and I'll just stop and be like, "Why am I like this?"
Dude, the other day, one of the cooks at work, he was like, "You make a lot of really weird noises," and I was like, sorry, dude. It's ADHD, dude.
Same, dude. Yeah,
I'll be walking by, and I'm like.
Okay,
I don't know.
You're making me feel a little bit better now because I'm not the only one. But
or I'll walk by and I'm like, you're screaming and shit. Like, I don't know, dude.
I do that.
Just living my life, man.
I swear. My favorite. I'm such a fucking little pig when I'm at work. I'll go to like a bag of chips or something and I'll hide it in the drawer in the back. And I always try to like sneak back there when nobody's looking and grab a chip. And it's every time I'm like putting it in my mouth, somebody will come around the corner and I just go, what? And I just go, don't judge me, I'm a fatty, and I like run away.
Well, that's me when I like try and order food at work. I'll fucking like shovel it down, and then I'm like walking out and I'm trying to like chew it really fast so that like
the table.
Yeah, because I don't want my table seeing me like eat, obviously, because people have a fucking weird thing about you being a human being when you're serving.
You're like sitting back there eating their food or some shit. Like, bitch, you haven't even ordered yet.
Girl, when I used to work at Movie Tavern, this guy got fucking pissed off. I was pregnant, right? This was when I was pregnant. I was sitting at the bar top eating food really quick because I had no customers whatsoever. He goes, "You're sitting down while working?" And I was like, do you not have to ever fucking eat?
Do you not?
I'm growing a whole ass human being in my body. I'm going to sit down and fucking eat if I don't have anything to do.
Well, I told you about the lawsuit that I actually got a settlement from with the old job I had, right? The Circle K on Manila?
No.
I worked there for a year and a half, I think, as like the graveyard person, and then I started getting trained to be an assistant manager.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let us take breaks.
You legally have to.
I remember specifically there was one time I went in, our district manager was in, and she usually didn't come in that often, but she was in the store that one time, and she was in the back room with the manager, and I walk back and I go, "Hey, I'm gonna take my lunch real quick," and she goes, "No, you can stand behind the counter and eat your food," and I was like, "No, I'm gonna go sit in my car for 30 minutes," and she's like, "And you're not allowed to leave the store for your lunch," and I'm like, the fuck's I literally almost quit on the spot. I started taking my apron off and I was like, "You'll fucking watch me walk out right now." My manager was like, No, they're fine. I tell them that they can go sit in their car. They're just like right outside. They don't leave the parking lot or anything." I'm like,
right.
Even if I fucking wanted to, I could. There's nobody or nothing that says I
legally am allowed to clock out for 30 minutes.
The company got sued because it wasn't just our store that did that.
Because it's after 5 hours.
Policy. They tried to say we were not entitled to breaks.
Fuck Circle K.
For real, fuck Circle K. Fucking bitches.
Bitch ass.
Piece of shit ass company. But anyways, coming up next is Anastasia Romanoff. Anastasia Romanov.
That was one of my favorite movies growing up. Was
Dude,
Anastasia.
I loved that movie, and I didn't realize why until much later in my life. But yeah, that
It's
was one of my
fucked up.
that and Mulan were two of my favorite fucking
Yes,
movies
and
growing up.
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas I didn't like too much because I didn't like.
That was like my all-time favorite.
I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I didn't like as many of the songs.
I was fucking obsessed. My
Same thing with
entire
Little
room
Mermaid.
growing up was very problematic. But
It's
yeah,
so
growing up, my entire bedroom, Pocahontas.
Oh shit!
My mom
dude.
even painted like
Oh,
all the different characters on my walls and shit.
I definitely watched it, but I don't think I liked the more silly take on.
Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, what were we talking about? Yeah.
Anastasia.
After the entire Romanov family was executed during the July 1917 revolution, their remains were hastily disposed of and were not officially discovered until 1979.
I was gonna say, weren't they put in like a mass grave?
Some close, like not too
It was
far
like
away from their
200,
house
300 yards
from
from the
property.
fucking property. Yeah.
However, it was uncovered.
Fuck you, Rasputin.
Right? Well, no, it wasn't Rasputin. Wait,
He
was the one
led
who
the fucking revolution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I was still caught up in the movie. Because I fucking hated him in the movie, but I love the bat. What was the bat's name?
fuck. Starts with an R.
Oh my god, he's so funny, dude. I love him so much.
Hey Siri.
Harry. Coming in clutch.
Hey Siri. What's the cast of Anastasia? Dimitri. Oh wait, nope, that's wrong.
Oh, Dimitri's
That
the
was
boy
the
that she
main
falls in
guy,
love with.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was hot. That makes a lot of sense. You typically didn't like the male characters in a lot of Disney movies, but I liked him.
That
Because of how he acted. He was so like casual and laid back.
well, and that guy, the fucking no, I love John Cusack. But the guy that did the animation, all of his movies, he did like Thumbelina and shit. Always drew the same dude. It's
That
two
is
same
true.
dudes.
That is true.
Anastasia.
That is true.
What the fuck was his name?
Oh. What? Just ask him what the bat's name from Anastasia is.
Bat. Okay, the guy's name is Frank. The bat's name. Oh, it was Bartok.
Bartok?
Bartok?
Yeah, Bartok.
An albino bat.
Yeah, because he had that really funny accent.
Oh, okay, we know that guy.
He does the voice. He did the voice for
What's his name?
Apu, and he got in trouble for it. Or he didn't get in trouble for it, but he even came out and admitted he was like, "I'm no longer going to be doing the voice for it. It was distasteful,
Yeah.
rude. I'm not going to be doing it anymore." I like that dude. He's in touch with the fucking reality,
He is.
and that makes sense. Why I like the bat so much. That's so funny. But yes. Anyways, back to this
Anastasia.
grim ass fucking topic. During the discovery of the family's mass grave, it was uncovered that 2 of the 5 children were missing.
Okay.
And for the longest time, that led many people to believe that they had survived and possibly escaped. Which caused many imposters to come forward throughout the years,
As
claiming
you've seen
to
in the
be-
movie.
Yeah, there was one famous who literally called herself like Anna Annason or some shit. It's like
Some
really
weird-
trying to play into it.
Yeah.
But she was later uncovered to be like a Polish woman with schizophrenia.
Same.
Yeah, relevant. But yeah, it led to many imposters because the family still has like I guess massive amounts of wealth in the Swiss bank.
Wow.
Like
It's unclaimed.
The whole family was executed, so
Yeah.
nobody can go take the fucking money out.
Right. You have no heirs at
Dumbasses.
that point. Everybody's gone.
So tons of people wanted to come forward and be like, yes, I'm the last living heir. Give me all the money.
Money is the motive.
Unfortunately, after further investigation of the burial site, 2 additional sets of remains were found, like an additional
They were
100
further.
yards away,
Yeah.
that were identified as being
Which makes you
Anastasia
question
and the
why
younger
do.
brother. Well, I think there's a lot of dark theories you could do, but I think it was either they were hastily trying to dispose of the bodies, so maybe they just buried them wherever they could bury them, or
My thought is maybe they like somehow escaped
and then were executed later and just left where
or
they
made them
fell.
like watch.
Something dark,
Something
or
fucked.
knowing the age of Anastasia at the time, and if it was Soviet, or they could have done terrible things to her and then executed her later. You never know. It's horrible to think about, because, like, honestly, that whole thing, like, yeah, that family wasn't the greatest family, you know, as far as royalty goes, but
Right.
they definitely didn't deserve to get
No.
executed.
And
like
those
they
were babies.
Yeah, especially their children that
Yeah.
had nothing to do with anything that the father might have done or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
what was
so-
his name? Nicholas?
Nicholas Romanov, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah. Tsar
Tsar of Russia.
Tsar of Russia. Next up, somebody I'd never heard of before. Ambrose Bierce.
I don't know.
No,
Okay.
me neither. Ambrose Bierce was best known for his short story, An Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge. I haven't read it, but I actually I looked it up and found it, and I'm gonna try to read it soon and see
Okay.
how good it is. Because if this
Like,
is
I'm
what
a
he's-
dark romance girl.
well, that's what's funny, because this dude is all super sarcastic and dark humor.
Oh, okay. Bet.
Also, he was known for his incredibly dry wit and sarcastic humor.
I love that.
earning him the nickname Bitter Bierce.
That's sick, dude.
Right. He was an author and a journalist, and also a veteran of the Civil War.
Okay.
His time in the war led him to develop a rather morbid fascination with death and horror, and that ended up translating a lot into his writing.
Much like us.
Yep. Unfortunately, bored with life in the U.S., he moved to Mexico in 1913 to witness Pancho Villa's revolution.
Okay.
He was 71 at the time.
Damn.
In a letter to his cousin Laura, Bierce made no attempt at comforting his family's fears about such a trek, writing, quote, "Goodbye. If you hear of me being stood up against a Mexican stone wall and shot to rags, please know that I think that a pretty good way to depart this life. It beats old age, disease, or falling down the cellar stairs. To be a gringo in Mexico, that is euthanasia."
I aspire to be him.
Guy couldn't give a fuck about anything. Literally, his family's like, don't go, you'll get shot. Fucking bet.
Send it. Hell yeah, dude. I want to be that fucking unbothered at
Right?
71.
Dude, if only. That would be the
I want to
dream.
die at 69 just so I could be like, nice.
On my tombstone just says nice.
I want those to be my last words too.
Most scholars believe he was either killed in a siege in January 1914, or others speculate that Bierce's final letter was actually just a ruse and he never intended to go to Mexico and he actually took his own life. But
I'd like to think he went to Mexico.
his body was never found, so I'm going to assume he went to Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He went to Mexico
Been
and
like
died
in
on
an
some beach
unmarked-
somewhere.
Yeah. His gravestone just says
Yeah.
gringo.
Random gringo.
What's the Spanish words for random?
Random.
Rando
I don't
gringo.
know.
Make it rhyme.
Right. Next up, I know you've heard of this dude.
Okay.
I don't think there's nobody that not heard of this. What the fuck? That was a weird double negative.
Something.
Some combination.
Can you
of
tell
words.
we've had some time off?
Yeah, and I don't talk ever. DB Cooper.
Treasure hunter.
Not a treasure hunter, bank robber,
Truth.
hijacker.
But it was said that he was hunting treasure.
No, people have been hunting his treasure.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because not all of it was found. Girl, you're high.
I haven't even smoked.
Girl, you need to get high. But you're not. You weren't wrong. You knew of
Treasure.
D.B. Cooper because people have been hunting his treasure.
Yeah. Without a paddle, you ever seen it?
That's such a good fucking movie.
I
Such
love
a
that
good
movie.
fucking movie.
Seth Green and Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard is quite literally one of my favorite actors.
Obsessed.
He's the only reason why I kind of want to watch that Five Nights at Freddy's
It's
movie,
so good.
because he's
They
terrifying.
did so fucking good with it.
I heard it was decent.
They
and I
did
heard
really good.
He was amazing.
They did really good with
There
it.
was a fucking
For what it
meme.
was, fuck yeah.
There was a meme I saw at one point where it's like it's him from Scooby Doo, where he's turning around to Scooby and going, "Are you challenging me?"
Yeah.
And then it cuts to him in the
The
Freddy
suit?
costume. Fucking terrifying.
No, I think he
dude.
was in I can't remember what the costume, but it's the bunny.
I thought he was in the Big Bear. I thought he was in Fazbear.
That's haunted by a child ghost spirit.
Spoilers. No, I'm just kidding.
You know the
literally-
fucking game.
I don't. I never played them. I don't do horror games.
I never played the game, but my oldest
Was
was
obsessed with the
absolutely
lore,
obsessed with the lore
Well, what's
and
funny-
watching streamers play
the
it.
lore is made up by them. Most of the lore doesn't really exist. The dude has even said like they're making stories
Yeah.
to characters that he doesn't make stories.
And the
to.
entire movie is based on the
I
lore.
love it.
It's
I
so
love it.
fucking good. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
I'll probably watch it.
It's
at
on
some
Peacock.
point. I don't like scary movies though. I'm a little bitch.
It's not scary.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
Okay.
It's more
Well, I guess it is
it's
for
more
little
suspenseful
kids.
than
Yeah, it
anything
is
else.
For kids.
But it's on Peacock. It's free.
Okay. But yeah, DB Cooper, on November 24th, 1971, a man known only as DB Cooper boards Northwest Airlines Flight 305 alongside 36 other passengers. Carrying only a suitcase, no one would have expected Cooper to hijack the plane mid-flight.
Yeah. I mean, you
he-
never expect that.
His suitcase was carrying a bomb.
Typical.
Well, and this was also back in the 70s, so they were not checking people's suitcases.
TSA?
They
No.
saw a dude in a suit with a suitcase, and they were like, "Yes, sir, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Have fun on the plane. And
Enjoy
he
your
could just
business
do whatever-
meeting.
Yeah, yeah, basically, fucking crazy times. It still blows my mind when young kids ask, like, I've worked with kids that are like 17, 18, 19, and they're like, "What was it like growing up in America before 9/11?" And I was like, I don't even fucking remember, dude. I don't even think about that.
All our generation knows is fucking chaos.
All we know.
That's
is
all
chaos,
we
dude.
fucking
From
know.
Literally 10 years on has been.
Yeah.
No, even longer.
I was in-
my 10th birthday. Columbine fucking happened.
Yeah.
The first mass shooting in America
Mhm.
happened on my fucking 10th birthday. Right when we
Yeah.
moved back to the States from England.
Yep. Fucking insane.
Absolutely.
Well, and then, yeah, 9/11, I was in second grade.
Mhm.
I remember watching it on the TV screen.
Yeah.
I was talking
They
about
had
this
it
at
on
work the other day.
everybody's TV.
Yeah. And school went into lockdown, which we
Oh,
live in
shit.
Colorado.
Yeah, why are we going into lockdown? Well,
And so my
I think at
mom-
the time they didn't know how many more attacks were going to be
Right.
happening.
Yeah. And especially with like Buckley, you know, because it was in Aurora
True.
where I went to school and was living at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Gage.
Yeah, so my mom left work early because my uncle was supposed to be on one of the flights
Oh
that
shit.
hit the World Trade Center. And so they had us on lockdown, and she was like, "Yeah, I need to like get my kids. Like, we need to go home." And they were like, "We're on lockdown. You can't take them." She was like, "You give me my fucking kids." Like,
There's like I understand lockdown, but if it's your fucking legal parents coming to pick up your kid, like let
they
them
were
take
trying to
them.
refuse, and she was like fighting them tooth
Oh,
and
dude, my mom
nail,
would
and they ended
murder
up,
a motherfucker.
yeah, they ended up releasing us to her. But yeah, it was fucking crazy. And
Yeah, I remember-
thankfully, my uncle was not on any of those flights.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I
Crazy.
remember I woke up that morning and I'd had a really weird dream about like I was in the house like and I couldn't find any of my family members.
Yeah.
Like, they literally just disappeared. And I was looking all over for them. So I woke up feeling really weird, went into my mom's bedroom and I was like, "Hey, I had a really weird dream. I just don't feel good about like today. I don't want to go to school. Can I stay home?" And she's like, "Oh
It's
no,
not a
you're
fucky
just making
feeling.
shit up. Go home or go to school." And I was like, "Okay, fine." I get on the bus, and as we're boarding the bus driver is going, "Hey, so I don't know if any of you guys understand what the World Trade Center is, but one of them just got hit by a plane. It's still
'Cause at first I
developing.
thought
We
it was
don't
an
know what's going on.
accident.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's even when we got to school, we watched the second plane hit the tower live on television because at the time we still thought it was just an accident from the first plane.
We were watching it live too.
Yeah, and that's when
Crazy.
that's when it really kind of dawned on all of us because we were all in fucking like 6th grade at the time. Or
Right.
no, how old was I?
I was in 2nd grade, so that was 2002.
2001, I thought.
Or 2001.
Yeah.
Sorry. So
So yeah,
because September. So 2001 to 2002 is when I was in 2nd grade.
I had just started 6th grade. If not, I was still in 5th grade. Can't remember. No, it was 6th grade because I remember I was going to the
I was
bus
gonna
stop
say
to
you're
go
like
to-
4.5 years
Yeah.
older than me.
It
So
was 6th grade. I rode the bus to my middle school. I remember that now.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude, it was nuts, dude.
Well, and that's what's like weird is like talking to like 21, 22-year-olds that like don't remember
Don't
9/11, and I'm like, or were born after 9/11. I'm like,
Dude,
Like,
it's crazy to think about.
you
Like,
don't know the amount of fucking chaos that ensued thereafter.
Well, dude, like what we go through now is still because of that.
Yeah.
Like I remember before.
You're telling me I
9/11
can't bring a fucking bottle of shampoo this big?
Dude, I'm not
because
even
of
that. I
shit?
remember my parents used to be able to literally walk me to the gate of the plane and be like, "Okay, bye. I'll see you."
Not even having to go through security.
You know, your aunt will be at the gate waiting for you when you land. We'll pick you up there. Now you can't even get fucking close to the gates. You can't even security to get to the terminal to go to the gate. Like, not even close. Dude, it's fucking nuts. But the
Weird.
silly part is it's all just theater. It is literally known across the board as just being security theater. It doesn't actually prevent or stop anything, i.e.
No.
9/11, but
Well, and look what can still fucking happen.
yeah,
You
well,
see all the
there's
shit
still
that's happened there
hijackings,
after
there's
that.
Still, all the times, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts. But
Same.
anyways, excuse me. Yeah. So he was carrying a bomb in a suitcase. He requested $200,000 or roughly $1.5 million today.
Damn.
Parachutes, and for the back door of the plane to remain unlocked, and for it to fly low and slow as it departed towards Reno. It was supposed to land in Reno, refuel, and then go to Mexico,
Okay.
Mexico City. Even though there were 5 planes tailing the plane that DB Cooper was on, none of them saw him jump out of the plane and parachute into the Washington forest.
How the fuck do you miss that?
Right? Like, I guess it was late at night and it was dark, so
I mean, that
But
makes sense.
the
But
whole
that's
point of you
sketchy.
being there is to watch the fucking plane.
Yeah.
And you should have known what he was gonna do when he requested motherfucking parachutes, you idiot.
Well, and to have the fucking back door unlocked.
You know what you should have had? A spotlight aimed at that back door the entire time
Something.
you're flying.
Shit. Where are the jets, bitch?
I think they just wanted it to happen.
Something. Like a
Um,
weird, like, government conspiracy.
Even though the FBI swears up and down that there's no way he could have survived, which I don't understand why not. Like, he had a parachute. It wasn't like he
Well, and you land
free-jumped
in
out
like a canopy, you should be okay.
Yeah. But his body was never uncovered or never recovered. However, some of the ransom money was found in 1981 along the banks of the Columbia River in Vancouver, Washington.
Interesting.
Yep. And still not even all the money is found. It was only like a
Yeah.
portion of it. But could you imagine finding 1.5 million,
I wouldn't say shit.
dude?
I
mean, it
would
wouldn't-
not fucking
it
say
wouldn't- You would
shit.
have to, because it wouldn't actually be $1.5 million. It would be like a bunch of, hundreds from the fucking 70s. You could probably still sell it.
Just mix it in with new bills. No, we did it.
No, we didn't. We're not talking about committing tax fraud live on the internet. What are you talking about?
We
It's not
didn't
like
do that.
Fucking found it, dude.
Finders, keepers, losers, weepers, bitch.
Did you hear how much the Mega Millions is up to?
No, I don't play the lottery.
I don't either, and I keep telling myself I need to. 450 million.
That's more than life.
No, like literally, if I was to win that, I would tell them straight up, take all of the taxes you need. Take
Yeah,
every
take it immediately.
single tax you need, because even if they took 60% of that in taxes, I still have $90 million.
Yeah.
Or 200 and something million dollars. That's more money than I need. $1,000, I could fix my fucking life right now.
Right.
$200 million, I could fix everybody I fucking know's
Right.
life.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, I have $1,000 to my name right now. Well, a little over $1,000.
Must be nice.
90 mil would change my fucking life.
Dude, I have $98 right now. I need to start
I've been
saving
stacking.
up, though.
You need to use that book I got you.
I am.
Okay.
I'm already using that. I got $1 in it right now. The next time I get a
You know
paycheck,
what?
I'll start taking out more.
That's something.
It's starting.
Yep.
That's all it took.
It's exciting to like put money
Watch
in it.
build up.
Yeah.
Especially
every time I like tick off
knowing
another
that
circle.
After only 100 days, I'll have $5,000 is kind of crazy for my mind to comprehend.
Yeah,
but
because I had to use some of it for my tattoo money. Thank you, Russ. I appreciate you, sir.
I'm gonna have to get a tattoo from you soon.
Yes, I love him. Yeah, so I took some out for like my tattoo and shit. And so I've been like restacking it and I'm already back at like 450 after
Dude,
like 3 days, 2 days, 2 days.
And on finally, or last up on the list, probably somebody you've never heard of, but you've heard of where she's from.
Okay.
Virginia Dare. Nope.
I don't think so.
I can't wait for this to click on your fucking face. It's so fun. This is going to be so fun. So, as the first child born to English parents in the New World, Virginia Dare was basically the poster child for early American colonialism.
Okay.
She was born in 1587. Her family was part of just 120 English men and women who settled on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina. The colony's governor and Virginia's grandfather left for England soon after the colony was established to gain financial and material resources for the floundering colony.
Okay.
When he finally returned 3 years later, he couldn't find any trace of Virginia or her family or any of the colonies or the settlers. The only clue remaining was the word Croatoan carved into a tree in the middle of the town.
I was listening to a podcast the other night. I'm pretty sure it was and that's why we drink. I love them. Anyway, they were talking about past lives. And they were talking about how this little girl told her parents about like her past life, and she was like, "Yeah, I carved that into a tree when I was running away. Something was like happening or whatever."
Because they believed that it was they were either killed or kidnapped by the Native American Croatoan tribe.
Yeah, she said that she was like running away with her son, and one of the last things she did was carve that in a fucking tree, ran away with her son, had to witness her son get killed, and then they killed her. I'll send you the episode.
Okay, dude,
I'll
that's
find it for you.
nuts, dude.
Oh my god.
But
Okay.
yeah, Roanoke Island became known as the Lost Colony after that point.
Yes. Wild. What the fuck?
See, dude, that's the reaction I was wanting, because even as I'm reading through that, I'm like, Virginia Dare? Who the fuck is this
Who's
bitch?
that
And then
bitch?
as soon as I saw Roanoke, I was like, they actually have the names? Well, duh, of course they would, but I had never heard anybody's name from that colony. I'd always just heard of it as the
Lost
Roanoke colony or the Lost Colony, or, you know, even the fucking Supernatural covers it a little bit and goes over Croatoan.
And she was like 4 or 5 telling her parents this, so it's like, that's a very specific fucking thing.
And not something that a 4 or 5-year-old would know to make up.
Especially to say that fucking word. If I asked my toddler to say Roanoke, she'd be like, ah.
I can barely say
pretzel.
Yeah, those were 5 of the most interesting missing people that I could think of. There's a lot more.
Yeah,
there's a lot more.
Fair.
So
that's so cool.
Like with all of my multi-part episodes, if you liked this one, please just give us a like, give us a subscribe,
let us know if you want another one.
If you want another one, because there are there's the Lindbergh baby that I was gonna go over.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
There's a whole bunch.
Like the ladder up to the window and shit.
It was supposed to be like the top list of like missing people, and one of them was fucking. they found his body and they knew what year he died. So I was like, that's not a missing person if you know what happened to them.
Right. They yeeted.
They yeeted. But yeah, so I hope
That
y'all
was
like
so
that one. That one was
I
fun.
liked it.
I liked that you kind of got me started by just introducing Amelia to me. Well, I already knew, and I was definitely interested when I saw that they might have found her plane.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? And then they found her
Apparently not if they're
bones,
in a different
supposedly.
ocean.
Yeah.
They might not remember
What
that.
the fuck were you doing in the Pacific?
What the fuck y'all
Maybe.
doing?
What the fuck?
Well, that's why they left from Miami and they ended up in the Pacific Ocean.
Like,
this doesn't look
you
like
go
New
fucking
York.
north, bitch. What are you doing going west?
Right, yeah. But yeah, so
That was awesome.
thank you.
Thank you.
I'm so happy
Thank
to
you.
be back. Thank you. Hopefully you're happy we're back.
Yes. On that note, find us on socials.
Socials,
Strange Narratives everywhere.
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify,
YouTube. For some reason, YouTube, you still have to search us up as the Laundry Room, a podcast. I don't know why.
Can we
We're
maybe
still trying to
contact
figure
somebody
that
about
out.
that and see if they can fix
I'm
it?
gonna
Customer support or
something
Yeah.
and be like, yo, the fuck.
Fuck.
I don't know if it's maybe we have to just like change the email address or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm gonna try that and see. Everything else should be good to go though.
Yeah.
Hit us up, Gmail. Send us
some
in
suggestions.
Yep.
We still want to
Stories.
do
the pet stories.
yeah, silly pet stories.
Yeah.
So please send us
Let
some
us know.
suggestions. I'm not gonna stop asking until you fucking do.
Fucking send it. We check it every day.
Every day. We have no lives.
We don't.
I
Other
mean,
than work and
and it's
family and
my job is so fucking depressing, dude. If
yeah.
it wasn't for this.
We need some silly stories, so
Yeah.
send those in. On that note, I think we're gonna back out.
Yeah.
Right.
Peace. Okay, we ready?
I'm ready. Burger King foot lettuce.
Burger King foot that rubber baby buggy bumper. Sorry, I gotta channel my inner faggot.
Stop.
I know. I'm still just, I can't, I know I should get over it because he's literally a fucking nobody on the internet.
Little bitch.
But it's still just like, why does that your first instinct?
Because he's behind a fuck.
Yeah. I
Say it with your
guarantee
chest to my face,
Yeah,
bitch.
because they fucking wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
Shake it out.
Pop them titties.
Wearing my $5 Dollar General bra.
It's cute though.
Fucking does its job, dude.
Yeah.
It's hard to get on and off because it's not a clippy in the back. It's just like
A pullover.
yeah.
Oh, those suck.
Literally, I get stuck about halfway and I start to have a mini panic attack.
Oh my
for a
God,
second. Oh, fucking
It's
hell,
like
God.
you know when like you go and you like try on a dress or something and like the zipper gets stuck. You're like, fuck, I'm stuck in it forever.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh God, I'm dying it.
I'm
I'm dying in it. Just get my casket and put me in this bitch.
I don't want to die in this dress.
Oh God, we gotta remember not to yell.
Ah.
Yeah, fuck it. If you don't want to listen to
Who
us
would
yell,
we
then
be?
go listen to a different podcast.
Right. Who would we be if we didn't get fucking excited?
For real though, and we're gonna be hella hype because this has been a month being built up, dude.
I'm fucking lit right
Lit.
now.
All right, ready, Betty?
Ready?
I don't agree with that. I don't
Okay.
think he's the GOAT. Because
I think he's overrated as fuck
because
for sure.
one, greatest of all time means that there can be only one that is the greatest
Jet
of all
Li.
time. Well, yeah, Jackie Chan. Excuse me. What?
The one was with Jet Li, babe.
Oh, okay, you're right. I thought you were saying.
I was like, I
thought
fucking.
you were just saying that Jet Li is the greatest of all time.
Oh no,
I was like,
I
if
would
we're
say
gonna get into
Bruce
martial
Lee.
art, Jackie Chan still, dude.
I would
Jackie
still.
Chan.
I will die on this fucking hill, Bruce Lee, all
Same.
day.
I'm a Jackie
Bruce
Chan
Lee.
stan, dude.
Bruce Lee. I love Jackie Chan. Don't get me wrong. He's so fucking wholesome.
Dude,
But my opinion, my humble opinion,
his Oscar acceptance speech or whatever about how like he got invited to one of his first movies was at Martin Scorsese's house or whatever, and he saw no, not Martin Scorsese, somebody else, but he saw their Golden Globe on their statue, and he was like, I went up and I picked it up and I told myself that one day I was gonna have
get
one,
this.
and like 40 years later he got it, and I was like, dude,
it blows my mind. It took 40 years because he's fucking amazing.
But he did only make comedy action movies.
He did make a really shitty comment to his transgender kid though.
Oh,
lost a lot of brownie points for that.
I haven't seen.
They're either transgender or gay. I can't remember which one. I'll try to find the TikTok for you, but it was really
don't
fucked
ruin
up.
Jackie Chan for me now.
If
I literally just said it. I love him. Well, fucking everybody.
Everybody's problematic. Okay.
Yep, we're all humans. I guess none of us are perfect.
True.
But